Hey, this is Dr. M. Day 10 of an accidental vodcaster. I'm taking you straight to Paris, to France, and to meet my dear friend Rob and hear from him the three challenges the hotel sector faces, the hospitality sector faces. So how do you get into it? It's very simple. You go to Dr. M's podcast. It's the 13th episode. So you go over here and then go to videos. And then you scroll down for the 13th episode. It's three challenges that Rob talks to us about. Take your own time. But you can actually listen to it. Put on your earphone and you listen to it. Okay, and here we scroll down, and there you go. That's the hotel story. That's in challenge 1, challenge 2, challenge 3. Let me click on challenge 1. And
hi, Rob.
Hi, Dr. M.
So nice to see you. It's 11 p.m. Wednesday, 23rd in Mumbai, in India, and you're there in Paris.
Yeah, and it's 6 o'clock here, 6:30 here.
The city of happiness, city of lights, and the Eiffel Tower over there.
Yeah, exactly.
How did you hop on from Scotland to Paris? When did that happen?
Well, that happened basically in 1992. What happened was I was working in the finance industry, and I met a young lady in Scotland who was French.
Okay.
And and then she went back to finish her studies in Paris, and eventually I came across to join her. And I didn't speak any French at the time. So what happened was that I had to get a job. You know, you have to live. So
Yep.
I couldn't speak French. And then, in fact, at the same time, Disney was opening. Disneyland in Paris was opening at that time, in 1992, in March. And so they were looking for guys to clean and stuff, and you didn't need to speak French to do that. So my very first job was at the iconic Disneyland Hotel.
So your first job was with which hotel?
Yeah, the Disneyland Hotel, which is the one that's right on the farm.
Disneyland Hotel, right?
Yeah, the one that's right, the really big pink one.
Okay, so we are going with Robertson Stewart Hunter. Am I right?
Robertson Hunter Stewart, yeah.
Robertson Hunter Stewart, who left Scotland, went to Paris, the city of love, calling the lady.
Exactly.
Paris, right?
Exactly, yeah, that's exactly
Okay,
what
so we're going to say not only your story, we're going to say the hotel story, because you have been in that industry, the hospitality industry for 30 years.
That's correct, yeah, 30 years, yeah.
Okay, so here we go. So welcome, Robertson, Hunter, Stewart, and Rob for me.
Yeah.
And we have been together, we have been knowing each other on LinkedIn for the last, nearly a year now, isn't it?
That's right, Dr. M, yeah. Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you. And at that point of time when I spoke to you, I never thought of podcasting. So let's hear from the genius itself of the hotel story. And this is actually a continuation of my series, which I have, which is, I always get into this, so it doesn't matter. So we speak of the challenges that we face in the hotel industry. Okay. This is as a part of my podcast of Dr. M's podcast of sustaining continuous improvement. Supporting and sustaining continuous improvement. That's a vodcast. And this would be our 13th episode. Okay, so the first challenges that I understand we face in the hotel industry is with respect to the external customer, your guests, as you would like to call them.
That's correct. Yeah.
And then
it's really, yeah.
and then that will be the part one of our challenges. And subsequently, we will talk about in the next part, we will talk about the second challenges that you have. Is how do you in 30 years, your personal experience, your employees that you have, how do they look at the guests that you have? Because all these episodes that I have been doing has been with the engineering, manufacturing industries or industries per se, but I've never got into the service sector, the hospitality business.
Yeah.
So you're the guests who's talking about the hospitality business.
Okay.
It will be very interesting for me because I am learning from this podcast and I'm sharing to the continuous improvement community globally on LinkedIn and my YouTube channel. And so we are talking the first part with the challenges that we face with respect to the guests and the internal, and it's quite unique. Unlike the manufacturing industry or other sectors where they go against the specifications, the requirements. Okay, but here you are challenged with the wants of the people. You are dealing with the wants of the people, the taste of the people, what they want. And that can change every second, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the trends, they're changing all the time. Yeah.
All the time. And that, how do you cope up with this? And how do you continuously improve that and keep your brand of the hotel alive? So that, people keep coming to you, they know you know the brand. And how do you train these internal customers, which includes, of course, your partners, your vendors in the kitchen, your channel partners, your associates. Okay, you may have various other franchisees that you have to deal with. So that will be the second challenge, as I understand, you will face.
Yeah.
And then, Rob, in any business, and you are in a business, so you have to look after the challenges of how to keep the hotel business going. At the end of the day, you have to pay. It's there for your stakeholders. Your employees, you have to pay them. So how do you keep your business on? Okay, these are the three parts that I would like us to talk about. This is more of talking your 30 years of experience, and it's very nice of you to have come on Dr. M's Vodcast, let us say. It is basically on supporting and sustaining continuous improvement.
Okay. I'm very glad. Thank you very much for the invitation, Dr. M.
Yeah, and you are also teaching, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm teaching at several different colleges and university in Paris. Yeah. And I'm teaching management strategy.
So excellent. So what we will do is that I will hand it over to you on the first part. This is Dr. M's Continuous Improvement Vodcast. Implement, support, and sustain the continuous improvement, right? So we are on, and I will hand it over to you for our first part. That is, how do you, with 30 years of experience, deal with the guests, as I have called the external customers? So I hand it over to you. So please. Okay, we know the initial part of how you skipped and came to Paris. That part we know. Yeah. But please talk to us about your professional journey in your hotel management, and please talk to us. Tell us all the episodes, all the funny stories, the learnings, etc. that you have. And you are the author of 2 popular books. The latest that I know, which I have read, is 1-to-1. Yeah. And the first book that you wrote was on employee power.
That's right. Yeah, that's correct. Employee power and then 1-to-1.
Now you are into the person's business, if not the hotel business. Can I name it as the people's business, right?
Yeah. It's really is.
Yes, is your speaker. The employees are your speaker. The everything is about people, right?
Yeah, exactly, because that comes from the fact, Dr. M, that when you're talking about the hotel business in any case, it really is a people-focused business, yeah?
And Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yes.
Rob. Because what struck to me is the number of times that you come on LinkedIn and post all about leadership. How do you
Yeah.
handle leadership with all this? It's such a onus on the leaders, because I'm a strong believer that we don't have to get mixed up in management jargon, but I'm very clear about it. I know there are three things. One is accountability, responsibility, and authority. I am a strong believer that you can delegate your authority and the responsibility, but accountability is always with the leader. That's what I believe in. Is that right in saying that? Because
Yeah, I think you're totally right in saying that, because at the end of the day, if when everything's going well, you should be leading from behind. You should be putting the trumps in front, giving them credit for what's going on. But when something goes wrong, you're accountable. So you go to the front and you deal with it. So
Thanks.
you don't let your
It's
exactly. It's just the way of saying what you just said.
Rob, you know what? Today I'm going to put it that you have certified me that I know something about management, and you are an authority on leadership. So I'm handing it over to you so that you
Okay.
can about the first part of it on the hotel story, the first challenge that you face of how do you deal with the external customer, implying thereby the guest. I hand it
Yeah.
over and stop sharing, and here we go.
Okay. Wow. Thank you very much, Dr.
Come on, let's hear your story. And
Yeah, so my
your
pleasure.
experience. How many hotels have you worked in? And then we talk about the guests.
Yeah, okay. So very briefly, just to tell everyone.
So as you hear Rob in the background, in the audio, let me tell you that Rob has written his third book. It is called Time to Manage. I'm going to get my copy of it, and I hope that you get his book. It's pretty good. And you can hear Rob speaking. And the best thing to do for this podcast is put on your earphone and listen to all the three challenges that Rob faced. It's really a lot of insights in it. I enjoyed watching it. So please do watch it, hear it, and have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. And don't forget to subscribe to Dr. M's Vodcast. Thank you very much, and see you soon. That'll be day 11 for you all, and it's day 10 now. So take your weekend, listen to all the episodes, get to my podcast, subscribe to it, listen, you don't do whatever you want. Till then, be well, stay blessed, and take care.
And I went there as the